From 20 rupees per hour to a valuation of 350 crore rupees, the story of Nitin Kalra and Let's Try. On a hot afternoon in Delhi, a man was wandering from shop to shop, carrying packets of snacks in his hand. Many shopkeepers had already said no, but he did not have a secure job to return to. Until a short while ago, a path to a job with a 1 crore rupees annual package was before him. Now, the fear was that if the last of his savings also finished, how would both his family and his dream be managed? That man had once cleaned tables and washrooms at McDonald's. The wage was only 20 rupees per hour. Years later, that same person set out to build a company of crores, but the path started from zero again. Just then, a serious illness of a child at home changed the question. Could a snack be found in the market that maintains its taste, yet does not break the family's trust regarding its ingredients? This is where the story of Nitin Kalra goes beyond business success. The real suspense is not how Let's Try became big, but how it carved out a space in a crowded market. Today, headlines connect this brand with a valuation of around 350 crore rupees. But before reaching this figure, Nitin endured 14 years of sales, rejection, and ground-level work. Nitin came from Delhi and studied commerce at Satyavati College, Delhi University. During college, he accepted a part-time job along with his studies, which many people would consider small. His duty at the McDonald's outlet was not just serving the customers. Wiping tables, cleaning dropped items, and daily cleaning of the washroom was also a part of that same job. Nitin later shared himself that he used to get 20 rupees per hour at that time. The amount was small, but this became his first practical classroom to see the food business from the inside. There he saw that a customer does not just buy food. They buy speed, cleanliness, consistency, and trust. Giving the same taste over and over again is the most difficult responsibility of any food brand. His early journey was not a straight corporate ladder. Jobs like check delivery, sales promotion, and call centers taught him how to talk to strangers, hear objections, and sell under pressure. Going forward, he worked with big names like ITC, PepsiCo, and Raymond. Especially, the experience of sales and consumer business started helping him understand the language of the shopkeeper, distributor, and buyer. In about 14 years, Nitin covered that career distance whose beginning had started at 20 rupees per hour. According to him, an opportunity of a 1 crore rupees annual package came before him later. A person wanting a secure future would probably choose that very offer. But Nitin had started feeling that the experience of years should be used in building his own brand rather than fulfilling someone else's target. This decision was not romantic. As soon as he left, the high salary, household expenses, responsibilities, and uncertain income were in front of him. The startup was attractive, but the bank account needed continuous cash flow, not a story. During this time, an event at home connected the market gap with personal pain. The family shared that Nitin's sister's son, meaning his nephew, was diagnosed with thalassemia. Thalassemia is an inherited blood disorder in which the body is unable to make enough hemoglobin. This diagnosis made the family more alert about everyday lifestyle and food choices along with the treatment. One thing must remain clear. The snack of Let's Try was not a cure for thalassemia, nor could it be. The illness inspired the family to look at ingredients and labels more carefully. When snacks were chosen for the home, Nitin felt that while there were many options on the shelves, the combination of taste, affordability, and his desired ingredient standards was not easily found. His experience in the food industry also showed him the other side. In a packaged snack, it is not just the recipe that sells. Oil, raw material, shelf life, packaging, distribution, and the final price have to be balanced together. This is where the business idea became clear. A new food category did not have to be invented. Familiar Indian namkeen and munchies had to be presented with a different ingredient promise, consistent taste, and accessible pricing. Nitin started working on this idea with his wife Chitra Gupta and family. In company databases, Nitin Kalra and Gitanjali Kalra are also recorded in the founding team of Let's Try. The brand's legal entity, Crores Private Limited, was incorporated in June 2020. Let's Try started its commercial journey in 2021 when the consumer market was changing rapidly after the pandemic. According to an old post by Nitin, on the 1st of January 2021, he was packing pani puri, masala and other products to check their shelf life. The beginning started with repeated trials, not with presentation. In the small testing at home, every batch used to raise questions. For how many days will the taste remain the same? Will the packet prevent moisture? Will the cost of oil spoil the price? Will the customer come back after the first purchase or not? They named the brand Let's Try. There was no heavy promise in the name, just an invitation, try it once. For a new FMCG product, the first trial itself is the biggest wall. The brand built its identity on better ingredients along with familiar flavors. Its current website claims distance from palm oil and maida and the use of 100% groundnut oil in its namkeen. The website speaks of not using preservatives, artificial flavors and colors. Still, a consumer should read the ingredient label and nutrition panel of every product separately. Because healthy is not a magical word. A fried snack, no matter which oil it is made in, does not become a replacement for a balanced diet. The real positioning of Let's Try was between comparative ingredient choice and taste. Gradually the range expanded beyond bhujia and chips. Makhana, roasted chana, cookies, mixtures, wafers, rusks, and other Indian snacks targeted different ages and different eating occasions. But making the product was only half the battle. In front of them were decades-old brands, their factories, distributors, shelf space, and advertising budgets. It was not easy for a new packet to get space in a retailer's shop. Nitin went out into the market with packets. In some places the shopkeeper said the product was expensive, in some places the brand was unknown, and in some places the response was that the customer asks only for the name they already know. In such rejection, his old sales experience came in handy. Instead of just asking for an order, he would listen to feedback, look at pack sizes, and understand why a retailer needs margin, rotation, and repeat demand. The online channel opened the initial path. Through the website and marketplaces, the brand could reach the customer directly, read reviews, and test demand in new cities without traditional distribution. In the initial months, sales were small, but in their pitch, the team shared that the business grew without big marketing spend. Some buyers were returning because of the taste and positioning. Then came the platform that put Let's Try in front of a national audience. The pitch of the brand was recorded in the first season of Shark Tank India and was telecast on television in January 2022. Amidst bright lights, Nitin and the team stood before the sharks with snacks. Their demand was 45 lakh rupees in exchange for 2% equity, meaning an implied valuation of approximately 22.5 crore rupees. Questions immediately became sharp. The market was already crowded, big competitors were present, and price sensitivity in the snack category was very high. Could the promise of groundnut oil alone become a strong moat? Some sharks did not find the business different. But Aman, Gupta and Anupam Mittal saw potential in the founder's sales understanding, margins and execution. The negotiation got stuck more on valuation than the product. On television, a joint deal of 45 lakh rupees in exchange for 12% equity was finally accepted. According to this, the valuation sat at 3.75 crore rupees, which was much below the initial demand of the founders. But a televised handshake and final investment are not always the same. After due diligence, Anupam did not move forward, while Aman completed the investment alone. This fact came to light in later reports. Aman Gupta shared in 2025 that his actual investment was around 12 lakh rupees and he received approximately 7 to 8% equity. Therefore, the figures of the TV deal and the cap table appear different. He said that a purchase offer of around 40 crore rupees came for that stake. This was an estimated opportunity, and it is not necessary that the entire amount had been realized in cash. Shark Tank gave credibility and visibility, but television could not save the quality of the next packet. After national attention, handling stock, delivery, customer complaints and repeat orders became the real test. In 2022, the brand raised funding from a seed round led by venture capitalists. This capital could strengthen the backend for manufacturing, quality checks, packaging, inventory, and growing demand. Let's Try kept an emphasis on in-house manufacturing. This gave control over the recipe and product development, but at the same time, the responsibility of machinery, people, compliance, and capacity planning also remained within the company. In July 2024, Wipro Consumer Care Ventures invested in the brand. An existing investor 100 Unicorns also joined. At that time, the company claimed a revenue run rate of more than 50 crore rupees. Here, it is important to understand the difference between run rate and audited annual revenue. Run rate projects recent sales over the entire year. It is not the final earning of the past financial year. In April 2025, under the leadership of Singapore's SWC Global, Let's Try raised a pre-Series A round of $2.5 million, which was around 22 crore rupees at that time. Existing investors also stayed along. The company said that this capital would be used to strengthen distribution, supply chain, back-end operations and omni-channel brand building in Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Along with funding, product availability also spread. The brand's website today shows channels like Amazon, Big Basket, Blinkit, Flipkart, Instamart, Reliance, Zepto, DMart, and Milkbasket as availability partners. The next sign of growth came from revenue. In an interview in December 2025, Nitin said that the company did approximately 65 crore rupees in revenue last year and set a target of 230 crore rupees for the current year. It is necessary to keep these numbers separate in achieved and projected parts. 65 crore rupees was the past revenue shared by the founder. 230 crore rupees was the estimate and target at that time, not an audited result. But valuation is not cash kept in a company's bank account, nor is it revenue. It is a changing corporate value based on a funding round, share price, or investor estimate. Nitin shared an even bigger dream for 2026. His declared goal was to reach 1000 crore rupees in revenue in the next phase and to do an IPO or pre-IPO preparation around 2028. This is not an achievement, but a future plan. Big targets make headlines, but to complete them, production, demand, working capital, governance, and profitable distribution have to be proven every quarter. The company shared a plan to invest around 100 crore rupees in 4 new manufacturing facilities. Along with Bengaluru and the Mumbai-Pune region, there was also an idea for a western unit for exports. At the time of that interview, approximately 80% of revenue was said to come from online and 20% from offline channels. The goal was to make the mix 60:40 and reach general trade, modern trade, railways, and airlines. Let's Try says that it remained profitable from the first year, and by keeping single-digit margins, put a share of the earnings into R&D and expansion. This is a company claim, not a substitute for an independent audit. The biggest lesson of this story is not leaving a salary, but preparation. Nitin did not choose the food business suddenly. He had understood sales, distribution, consumer behavior, and operations at the ground level for years. The second lesson is that personal pain can give an idea, but a business is built on repeat purchases. A customer may buy a packet out of sympathy, but will buy the same thing again only if it delivers on taste, price, and trust. And the final picture returns again to that McDonald's floor. The youth working for 20 rupees per hour did not know that the very cleaning, service, and consistency would one day become the foundation of his own brand. Leaving a 1 crore rupees opportunity was courage, but reaching a reported valuation of 350 crore rupees became the result of thousands of small decisions. The story of Nitin Kalra says the beginning can be small, not the standards.
This video has taught you something new. Or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible, but in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.